There are a couple of Descendants you can pick right now in the game. Some of them are hidden gems that are fun to play with, while others need some drastic changes so players might consider playing them. And also, there are those Descendants that you must have first to help you farm the things you wanted to try out in the game in the fastest way possible. Take note that this video is subjective to my opinion, so feel free to share your own best Descendants for farming stuff at the comment section below. For now, let me share to you the 5 Descendants that you must have right now to make your life easy in the game. The first one is really obvious, and everyone can't go without Bunny in the game. Preferably, I like having the ultimate version because of her high voltage skill module that is useful in hard content in the game. Ultimate Bunny is considered as a general farmer in the game, and this Descendant is by far your easiest way to farm amorphous materials in hard mode infiltration missions. As a general farmer, Ultimate Bunny is also great in farming resources needed to craft either Crystallization Catalyst or the Energy Activator Blueprint. She's also great in speedrun methods, and she is in the spotlight right now with the Season 1 update, which features Invasion Mission that grants more rewards if you finish the mission at the fastest time possible. Overall, Ultimate Bunny is really a top priority of all the first Descendant players right now, and currently I am riding this high voltage build which perfectly suits my playstyle. Then I have the Thunder Cage for the weapon mounting requirement of my external components, and with this build I can just run and kill enemies with my lightning emission skill. For my second most wanted farming Descendant, I picked Sharon, as this Descendant is your best character in farming anything from outpost mission, especially those amorphous materials that only drop when you infiltrate all devices in an outpost without alerting enemies. Actually, you can get the additional reward from outpost missions without Sharon, but because of the Descendant's stealth ability, it increases your chance of getting the additional reward. Hence, I think she is the best when it comes to outpost missions. Although it's not yet the ultimate version, I added Energy Activator plus a couple of Crystallization Catalysts to add these modules in my Sharon. Void Domination is not needed, but the increase of enemies hit is super useful in clearing mobs and outpost mission. Right now, I am lucky to have a reactor that grants decent damage output Sharon's abilities, and the best part is its weapon mounting requirement is the Enduring Legacy, which I already maxed out as a boss killer. With my Sharon, I can melt enemy health with my abilities and even shred the health of bosses in outpost missions easily with the Enduring Legacy. Now, the third and fourth Descendants are purely for farming Void Intercept battles in private lobbies. When doing hard mode Void Intercept battles, I am usually playing either the new Descendant Haley or the OG boss killer Lepic. Take note that when I say farming Void Intercept battles, this only includes the Executioner, Dead Bride, Devourer, Swamp Walker, and the Pyromaniac. Haley is an insane Descendant for killing these bosses, and if you are that type of player who likes playing guns and hitting weak points, then you will love this Descendant. Not to mention that she can deal massive damage against Void Intercept bosses in solo mode. For Haley, I use the Piercing Light Sniper to increase the damage of my fourth ability. Haley's unique sniper does deal more damage if you have a good stat stick weapon, and among all weapons in the game, the snipers have the highest damage per shot. Also, modules does affect the unique sniper of Haley, and while this Piercing Light build is not fully optimized yet, this can still deal massive damage to the weak spot of Void Intercept bosses. Paired with these modules set up for Haley, and with the Slayer external components, and this reactor, this Haley build can solo kill hard mode intercept bosses up to the Swamp Walker. In the case of Lepic, it's all about melting bosses with his balls of fire. Now, I strongly recommend the Fire Master augment for your ultimate Lepic, as this augment completely replaces Lepic's passive ability with 2 separate passives with 2 different trigger types. The best effect here is when changing weapons that grants you 39% skill power modifier for 5 seconds. Firearms Master has unique interaction with Overkill. When you use your ultimate, it counts as a trigger for Change Mastery because you're swapping weapons from your normal gun to the ultimate weapon. Once the ultimate animation is finished, the buff will apply so none of the buff gets wasted by skill animation. Also, having fire rate mods to the weapon you're holding increases the fire rate of your ultimate. If you have a fire rate up module, plus the sharp precision ultimate module, it increases the shot counter of your ultimate ability to 13. And by the way, in your Lepic build, try to have these modules, and the best here is the Dangerous Ambush module that grants insane DPS to your ultimate when Void Intercept bosses gets down by your ability. Honestly, these Descendants have high investment, and you will need Ultimate Bunny to farm all the stuff needed to make both Haley and Ultimate Lepic the best boss killers in the game. But once you have all the necessary stuff, farming Energy Activator or Crystallization Catalyst Blueprint from amorphous materials will be quite easy, as it will take about 15 seconds or less to kill each hard mode Void Intercept bosses that I have mentioned earlier while using either Haley or Lepic. Now, the final Descendant would be Ultimate Valby. This Descendant allows you to do Valby runs in some outpost missions to farm reactors, external components, gold, and Kuiper Shard. But in Season 1, I rarely use Ultimate Valby right now, as gold and Kuiper shards are given as rewards, and I bet some of you already have enough of these resources. However, this doesn't mean that Ultimate Valby lost her purpose, as this Descendant is versatile, and one of the best when it comes to dealing against Gluttony. This is the only Descendant that can make the Gluttony fight easy, because of her exclusive augment. Then, she also have a build called Supply Moisture that can also boost the damage of your weapon. In my opinion, Ultimate Valby is the closest thing to Ultimate Bunny when it comes to versatility. The only difference is that Ultimate Bunny has an efficient way to clear a room, while Ultimate Bunny is used in controlled spaces for farming, just like the Kuiper Mine mission in Sterile Land, wherein you just go in circles and farm loot. So these are the Descendants that I think that you should invest first, before farming other Descendants in the game. After 600 plus hours of gameplay, I find these 5 Descendants as the best since they are super useful in the game, and allow you to farm other things that you want to try. But then again, use this video as a reference, as we have all different playstyle in the game. I like farming stuff that can help me ease up the grind first, but I know some of you just like to have fun with your preferred Descendant. Again, these are the Descendants that help me lessen the grind and the free-to-play aspect of the game, but this Descendants might not be your favorite, and you might enjoy other Descendants in the game.